What is up? Welcome back to the show. We are on episode 72 of this series. We are on level 135, Soda Pop Frequency by VT. Will this level be the one to stomp me beyond all recognition? Probably. Seems to be a clickety level, so we'll mute it for now. Alright, there's a block that I assume I can push, but I don't want to. I could send the gliders. Oh! Okay, so did that toggle just because I went here? Let's see what happens if I go up. I go into the water. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Okay. But he does at least show you what is there. So if I were to let the gliders go in there, the first one would go down. I think the second one would get stuck in the teleporter or something. I don't know. I could just get the flippers and swim around. Why didn't I think of that? Oh! What? So I wonder what triggers it then. Did I just not get there soon enough? Maybe. Okay, well, let's go down this time. Okay. Well, okay, there's nothing to see here anyways. Alright, so what's up here? Oh. The teleport in the left room will kill anything that enters. The 8th button press will let you out. Is that a reference to Writer's Block? The 8th button press will let you out. Not Writer's Block, it was like open question. Which, does that mean that this is the walls of... Is that what that one was called? I don't know what I'm talking about. That kills me. So would it say the left teleport will kill anything that goes into it? Or something like that. I'm trying to understand this here. Is that different from the teleport I was already using? The teleport in the left room. So I guess this whole thing is the left room. Okay. And over here is the right room. It didn't say anything about this teleporter killing anything that goes in it. The 8th button press will let me out of what? And which button as well? Oh, okay. So that is safe to go into, but there's no reason to go in here yet until I figure out how to stop that. Let's try... I guess we can go down here, huh? I can actually go quite far here. Do I want to kill these guys? For the time being, I will, just to try to understand this. So... Okay, this is kind of cool. I can push this around a little bit, not actually all that much until I get fire boots. If I push it to the right, that will make the fireball go down. I would really like fire boots for that room. I already killed one fireball, so I don't know what the right thing to do with that would be. Maybe I want to do this. Actually, I don't... Oh! What the heck? I was just about to say I don't see what that really accomplishes. And I still don't. If I push this to the left, am I still... I think I can still do something like this. Do that, and then this, push it over. Let's just see what happens if I... Well, apparently I couldn't partial push there, and links I would have been stuck. Well, that's not good, right? But I got myself a... Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's right. Yeah, it says the 8th button press, but there's buttons all over the place. I'm going to assume this connects to this trap. There's this block here. Do I want to try to blow up certain bombs with these gliders? So if I push this block down, they're just going to cycle there. I might be able to use them better if I do that. I kind of want them to destroy these bombs, though, right? I could make them go up. But that just makes them cycle in there. I could... Could make them go left or up pretty easily. I could also make them go here. One bounces off the other one, and then the other one goes. I don't want that to happen, but maybe, just maybe. Okay, maybe, just maybe. I want to send them up here. The first one goes here. I'm going to have to figure out what to do with this block. Maybe I push it there. Let's try this. Well, that's not the thing to do. So push this here. Go over here, push this here. That'll give me some extra room. Because what I want to do is put the block here, I think. Yeah, just walk into the bomb for no reason. I could also do this, actually, without committing the block. Yeah, that seems good. Okay. All right, so let's do this, give myself some extra room, and then do that. Only just get out of the way quicker next time. All right, push the block here. Okay. They should, or one bomb will get destroyed, and then the other one will get destroyed as soon as I press this. They also hit that button. So now what that also means, besides the fact that I can get the flippers at any point, but there's thieves, right? Yeah, there's a thief over there. So really the flippers are only for this side. I am free to like push this block around. Okay, that doesn't help me hold this button down with a block. I guess it does if I get the flippers, huh? And then I still have this fireball to use for later. I have no idea what this button even does, but I did that. Did that do this? It did. What is the significance of that? What was in there? What the heck would that even accomplish? Oh. Well, I tell you what, that's what it did. So he blew up this bomb. I don't think that's that important. So I need to figure out what good is that fireball to me. Obviously, I don't need to hold this button down. This kills me. So I want to get a monster to go in there, but it seems what? So maybe if I get one glider to destroy this bomb, one glider to destroy this bomb. No. One glider to destroy this bomb, the fireball to destroy this bomb because I'll have access to this button. Then I can put the block here and a glider could go down there. I don't really know how I would get a glider to go down there, but the way I would get a glider to go down there would be to get this block out of the way. The second glider goes here like that and destroys the bomb, which also would release this glider. No, that's not okay. I need this bomb out of the way first. I'm assuming that that's what I want to do, is to get a monster to hit this button. It would then go down the teleport, which would take it down here. And I think it would just cycle. Yeah, it would just... No, I mean, it would eventually get out, and I don't know where it goes at that point. Also, if I get a red, I have this fireball to use. Okay. So I'm just gathering information. It's weird. I still don't know really what that does for me. It will kill anything that enters it. It's not entirely true. If I hurry up and do this, no. No, no, no. So if I wait, that happens. And then secondly, it says the 8th button press will let you out. Let me out of what, though? And also, which button? Can I... No, I can't really get around to up here. I can't. Does pressing the tank buttons do something for me? All right, how was it that I was able to get red keys? Oh yeah, it was a little bit weird. So is my goal to try to stop the cloning of the fireballs there? I assume they're cloning. I can't even actually see the bottom of them. Yeah, they go way down there. This is weird. I feel like the hint is not that clear. That allows me to do that, but it's just weird though. Then that happens. I don't think you would ever want to cover both. But I do have a red. What does that do for me? It lets me go. Let's just see what happens if I press this 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's also this fireball that I wasn't thinking of. Maybe he's supposed to destroy the bomb? I don't know. Alright, well, I can't get out of here. Okay, you know what? There's different blue buttons. That makes me think that the 8th button press will let you out. I think that's a tank button press. I think that could be made clearer in the hint if you just said blue button or tank button. So I need to figure out how to push the blue button 8 times, and then maybe that means I can go through the teleport on the left? Is that what that means? Will let you out. What happens if I do this? Okay, that kills you. All right, because there's like a puzzle in this room that ultimately is like, how do you get a monster to press this button? So that's like 1. Then there's like 2 in here, which you could think, okay, if I could figure out how to push a block in there, I could see pushing a block here, going through this, and then you would be able to push the block into the button. Okay, so that's 2. There's a 3rd one. I have no idea how I would do that. I guess I'd have to put a block here and then push a block up. I'd have to go up there myself as well. That's a lot. I mean, I can save a fireball by doing that. Oh, there's a blue button in this one. That's 4. Ah. All right, let's look at that room more closely. All right, so I think that is what it means. You're supposed to press the blue buttons a bunch of times. All right, so where does this want to be? All right, so there's 3 fireballs in here, which means I could... Maybe the puzzle is to figure out how to push this... Oh, shoot. How to push that blue button 3 times. I think I figured out the first time. I failed in the execution. Okay, so you do this to keep them alive. Oh, yeah. And you do this to give yourself more space. Go around here. You want to wait for him to go down and then do that. That's 1. How would I ever... Does this control the fireball that was on the top? I don't know. And because I don't have fire boots, this becomes really scary. I can never actually push the block down here. I need fire boots. But I did 1. Alright, so let's push this brown button to see what it does. I heard a boom. Yeah, that controls the fireball there. That doesn't seem right, but then again, maybe there's something I can do with the blocks in this room. Whoa, what happened here? Is it because I pressed the blue button once, maybe? All right, the problem is this bomb actually was kind of helpful to blow up with the block instead of the fireball. But then I don't know what purpose the fireball would have other than to blow up the bomb. I guess I could get it to do this, that it would actually press the button 1,000,000 times, and that would seem to be a bust, but I doubt that's the case. All right, well, maybe I don't need fire boots. Maybe I just needed a red key. But if I open up this door, that guy's gonna... Well, I guess he will cycle in a way that won't kill him, but only until I move the block. Maybe if I put the block here? No, he's gonna go... That's no good. Ah, yeah, this is complicated. All right. I want the block here. I think I can do that. And that pushed the blue button again. Does that allow me to get yet another red key in here? I think it does. That's pretty interesting. Okay, I'm liking this. Now that I think I can understand it. Red keys also allow me to do other things in this room, right? Yeah, I still don't know about this room, but I'm going to go back over to the right to try to figure out something there. I don't know that this was right, letting the fireball do that. I don't know. All right, because I only got one more guy in this room. Okay, let me think about this. If I remove this one, that gives me some time. Let's say I get the block like right where I'm standing now. I open this. That would give me some time to put the block here, which he would go then like this, and I could push it up here to save him, and he would just be circling here. I'm assuming I want to be able to push this block. If I get him here, is that even good? Do I want that? How did I even do this with the other guy? Okay, if I put the block here and open up this one, he goes to the right. he goes like this. Boom, boom, boom. And then he'll go up. If I hurry up and put the block here, can I do that? Not if it's here. I do this. Yeah, I think I might be able to. Where do I need it? I need it right here. Okay, so that's my... Actually, can I even get the block here? I don't think that I can. No, I can't. Never mind. That was not a bad idea, but it's... I guess it is a bad idea. Jeez. It's weird. You think it would get easier the more stuff you get rid of. But it's not. I can put the block here. The problem with that is if I open this up, there's nothing stopping him from going out of this room, which I don't want. I can't get him to bounce back. And I only have one red key. Maybe this isn't the next button I should push. But I still got to figure this out at some point. I don't know if you can ever have more than one red key at one time. I would think that you could. If I get rid of this one below me and then push this down to, that he would go up into the water, that's no good. If I push it here somehow, he would do this. That kind of gives me some time. Let's see, if I push it here, I don't even know that I can do that. Okay. Well, I can do that. That's not really what I wanted, though. I can't even get it to where I was trying to get it in time just to see if it was doable. Yeah, with this fire, I can't even really do anything here. All I can do is push the block out of the way, and then he goes and dies in the water. So that's not right. All right, back here to the point where I get my second red key. I want to push this down so I can get around it. Yeah, this is the same predicament I was in last time. What if I had it here? Does that make it any better? Also, even if I could do what I wanted and get the block here so that it goes up here, it doesn't help me. Yeah, the best solution would be if I could have the block here. Even then, you don't have that much time. You go like this. It's kind of the same predicament. Oh, I let the fireball go. Yeah, I don't even know that that's right. But then if I blow up the bomb... Oops, dang it. If I blow up the block, or the bomb with the block, the fireball just bounces back into his trap. So that... It doesn't seem like you can do anything else with that. What is the exact thing I'm supposed to figure out with this? Because this seems right. These two seem correct. They make logical sense. It makes logical sense to die there. Those thin walls let you know that that's a cloner faced right. Let you know that you die. We do this and boom. Get me a red key. So let's just get this red key. Maybe I can solve something in this room, because I kind of nearly had something going here. if I let this guy out, he'll go right into the teleport. But it said that this would kill anything that goes into it. It's like, how many reds do I need to do something interesting in this room? Okay. So let's say I get one glider to go in here. The other glider... I don't know what the other glider I want it to do. Could I send it back? Maybe. I'll go right into the bomb, unfortunately. Surely I can figure this out. What I'm thinking is I want a fireball to be caught in this trap because why did I think that? Because then this bomb is out of the way, which is easy to do once I get this bomb clear to push this button. This fireball comes and destroys this bomb. I could then put the block here. A glider coming up and bouncing off of this trap will naturally go down here and push the button. So I have to like start doing this to like think this out. But I think that I'm okay to get the flippers. I think I'm going to need them. So let's think about this. If I do what I did before, the first glider will get caught in the trap. Maybe I can send him back one of these times. The second one will... I can make it destroy the bomb. Even something like this will destroy the bomb. So maybe let's do that. This could be wrong. I just want to feel this out. Okay. There, the bomb is destroyed. I can now destroy this bomb. Let's do that. Get that bomb out of the way. Oh, that lets the guy go, though. Okay, whoops, I forgot about that little thing. So I need to get a red key in order to start doing this. Alright, so I'll be right back with a red key. Okay, there's magically a red key in my inventory. Okay, so yeah, I just didn't need to push that button so quickly. So do this. Do this. I forgot to get this thing out of the way. Good thing I had enough time to do that. Okay, so I don't have to press that button right away. Let's think about this. I've got the red key now. If I open this door up, I can actually... The fireball will just stay there. But here's the thing that I was thinking of doing. Was doing this so that this guy bounces backwards. But I need him to not blow up in the bomb. So if I open this up, if he doesn't bounce off of the fireball, he would go down here, like this, and then bounce up. All I'd have to do is push the block. This is problematic. I need to get this guy out of the trap and get the fireball in of the trap. The only way to be able to meaningfully do something with this block, though, is to open this door. So I think it has to be the top one. Where do I want this guy? If I just push the block up, he will cycle here. And then when the glider comes back down, he will have a smaller cycle right there. Actually, no, he'd die in the fire. In Lynx he wouldn't, but that's scary. This is stupid complicated, and I don't even know if that's the right thing to do, but I think it would work. Like, if I had the fireball here, this glider bounces off of him, goes... I still need the bomb. Blown up. I think if I do this, then do this. And now the bomb's blown up. And I want the block here. Can I not? Like, if I don't care about wasting the block, well, I don't know. I need the block to be here. So if I let him go, I need to... Jeez. All right. So I was thinking if I push this block up and then open this up, I could have him... This is probably doable, but I can't... It's hard for me to visualize stuff. And I don't like the idea of the fireball and the glider potentially colliding with each other. I need the glider to get out of there and the fireball to get in there. This is a weird red door. I think that one is probably not correct to do. Yeah, having the block right here does save the fireball. He would go like this and then circle back around. Okay. But with him doing that, if I let the glider go back out, he will go like this and cycle around there, which is presumably fine, but that's going to intersect with the fireball's path and disrupt him probably. Disrupt both of them in a way that I can't predict and be chaos. Am I even anywhere close to being correct in what I'm trying to do here? Maybe, but I think there's got to be a better way of doing it. Yeah, this bomb being right there is troublesome. If I push the block all the way to there, he would bounce. Not good, not good. Yeah, that's a thing. Let's forget about the glider for a second. How would I even get this guy to go up? Like where I want him to go up here. I can't even meaningfully do that, can I? Yeah, no, this block is stuck here because I can't actually walk through here. I don't know, maybe I actually want him to destroy this bomb. I don't know. If I get the glider to bounce off of there, there's no way I could in time put it here. I mean, maybe in MS you could because of boosting shenanigans. I can't imagine that's the solution. This is just so complicated. And I don't know what to think of it. I'll come back whenever I have something. Okay, new line of thought. What if, because I can get to this button in two different ways. What if I get the don't even know. Would I still want to use a glider, or would it even matter? I was thinking I could actually trap one of the gliders up here by letting this guy go as soon as he gets there. Pushing the block here. This would trap one here and one here, and I would have the ability to let them go whenever I wanted. Or conversely, I could, do this. How did I do this before? Like this. Let one go up here. I mean, it does the same thing. Then, if I let this guy go and destroy this bomb, I don't know that that really helps me, though. Just saying, what if the glider could bounce off of another glider? All I know is I want this bomb to be gone. All right, what if? All right, so I put the block here. I let both gliders go. One gets stuck here, one destroys the bomb. The bomb is gone. Then I get the other fireball down here, destroy this bomb here. I let this guy go. He lets the glider go and gets stuck in the trap. Then I would have to have the block. Now I want the glider facing down, but maybe I could do that. The problem is, well, maybe it's not a problem. Maybe I can keep this door then. If I say I'm using this fireball to destroy this, maybe I can keep this door. But that's weird. Because yeah, then if I keep this door, then the block is kind of stuck down here. All right, I don't think I fully got this worked out. I could actually, if I time it well, I could do this now. Nope. All right, well, that worked. So I tell you what, I could get the bomb destroyed right now. I could get the bomb destroyed right now. I think that's what I want to do. Okay. And then I do this. And then you just let them go, right? Like I've done before. And the blue button should be pressed right now. That shouldn't matter. All right, I pressed the blue button. Kind of sick. All right, so is that the intended solution for that room? I have no idea. And I'm going to lose my flippers now. I think that's fine. I might just like get this block moved, but I don't really think I would need to come in here again. So that's, in this side, there's only one button. This fireball still confuses me. Because why would I need him to blow up this bomb? Like I said, that seems more helpful for the block to do, because then I can push this block here, and then by destroying this, that's how I get that block pushed up. Although, I guess I really don't need to push blocks there. And I don't know. I can see how you could get this one. By the way, let me get another red. I can see how you do that. But I don't see how you get any... Like, how would I ever get this one? I feel like... Almost need to get rid of this one and this. I don't know if that's doable. So complicated. The fireball's so weird. If I put him through the teleporter, he's not going to come out the same place. I think he'll die. But there's also no reason to just kill him like that. So you think, oh, him destroying the bomb is useful. I can't see why it is. I guess so that I push this block right? That has to be it, so that I can use the block. Okay, so I think that is what you want to do. And I still haven't figured out how to get the third fireball to push a button in this room. But I can get, this one to do it. But yeah, this third one is gonna kill me. But let's, we'll do that later. I think for right now, if I do this, this is pretty simple. There, I've pushed another blue button. Okay. If I blow up this bomb with a fireball, I have the ability to get multiple blocks over here. Okay? 2, I would have to use up this guy. So let's think about where I want to put them. I actually kind of want one here, here, here. And then so I would need to use 2 keys. Is that really doable? To get 2 keys at once? Heck if I know. I mean, this seems pretty well made so that that is really close though. I'm going to try this. All right, you can get to it, but you won't survive. Okay, I'll see you back there when I finally get that again. I guess you can do these in any order, so I can do this one. There we go. Gotta wait a little. Oh! I say you gotta wait a little bit for your presses to have an effect. There we go. Okay. You know what? I was just thinking, if I get rid of this one, I actually can have access to these 2 blocks, and I can push one here, push it up, which would send this one down, which I could then push it right back there. Wow, I still need 3 blocks there. I am just totally thinking outside the box right now, but if I were to do something really tricky and push like a block here and a block here, which is totally doable, like I could undo it, and I have this door opened, what I could do is, no, the fireball would go up here actually. Dang it. I was thinking the fireball, I could make him bounce down here and go backwards, which would help me in this room, but that isn't the case. I would kind of need a block here, and a block here, which might be doable, right? Let's think about this. I open this door. I push one block here. I push another block here. Technically, that's doable. In MS, I would ram it against this. And in Lynx, I would just block slap this one up. But then, in order to get this block out from MS, I would have to be here. So that can't be right. There's no way, right? All right, so what I would need is a block here, 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 and here. That's too many blocks. So yeah, I don't think it involves bouncing a fireball out. So I really still have to figure this out. All right, I've figured out how to get what this guy. This guy's actually really easy. That makes me wonder, it's like, is this not right? Because it gets him to where I need him to be. But then does it kind of leave you in no man's land for this fireball? Maybe. Maybe. Also, I don't know what's going to happen when I finally press the blue button an 8th time. Will I be able to use these teleports again? I don't know. Because I'm assuming I need to use this block up here. It's like the 3rd block that I need. Right? Or the 4th block, because I would need one right here, one right here, one right here, and then I push him up. Okay. So that makes sense that I want to have this block in a usable position afterwards. Now, if I do that, could I maybe just bring him down again? I do not see here. I'm wondering how much these puzzles combine with each other. Because right now, if I push the block here, open that up, he will go all the way up here. This is... I could actually have him reverse, no? No, because I would have to open this to do that. And also I'd be using up my red key, which I don't have another one. This is so tight. Man, Yeah, like I said, I think I could do something if I could get the block here. I feel like I'm so close. I don't think I actually am that close. It's just ideas running through my head. So again, I will be back when I have something different going on. Okay, I have just realized something, and it may be possible to get 2 red keys at once. So this is the beginning of the level. I haven't done anything yet. So let's get the first red key. You do this. A couple of them are actually very simple. Let's be careful here. But I just saw something. And if my calculations are correct, I should be able to do this. And at one time, there's only one time you can do this. Have 2 at once. So then there's this room, which I did once, and I've been kind of messing around with it. It seems to work no matter what you do, even if there is a slight collision. This is what you want to do. Open this. Yeah, there's a tiny collision. I did it once where that wasn't the case. This is the first time actually that it changed how close the gliders were together. So then you want to press this button. That destroys the bomb. You want to move this up to here. And then you want to let these guys go. So that will push the button and destroy that bomb, which is significant because now I can push this block here. And I just saw this. Cover this button because look at that tooth. He is another button press for you. That's another one. So that means I should be able to collect 2 of these now. Well, I should have just gone down there and gotten it. All right, now I have 2 at one time. Well, I shouldn't have done that quite yet, but it's fine. I should still have 2 at one time, even if I need to press this button is what I need to do, but well, there we go. So I only have 1. Now I have 0, but that pushes it again, and then I can do this. Actually, I might as well just do them both at the same time here. There, that's another time, so I should be able to collect 2 again. And I said before, like, oh man, it would be just... I could figure this out maybe if I could have 2 at one time, but I can now. Okay, so with 2 at one time, this becomes a lot more interesting, because I think it's got to be this one. So I unlock this one. Let's just do that. This is going to be so much better for me. Then I can put one here. And now I can put the block here. If I let this guy go, he's going to bounce off the block, but he'll come back, which is crucial for me. Oh no. I mean, there's lots of ways I could do this. Now that he can bounce, well, is there lots of ways I can do it? Because if I have him bounce back here, I want to put the block here, but then that requires another red key to be able to. But I mean, this should open up more possibilities for me. I just haven't figured out how yet. So let's say I do this one. He goes here. I can put the block back right there, and he goes up here. It's hard to... I could always put the block here so that he's bouncing back and forth, and then maybe I could... No... That allows me to get this one down here all the way over there. Okay. Basically, I don't know. Maybe I can get this button pressed without doing this one. So maybe it's fine that this is the one that I open, because that allows me to push a block down here. I just don't know. For the time being, whoops. Well, now I've committed to it. That's great. Yeah, I've cooked it. Hold on, let me get back to this point, or slightly before this point, before I messed up there. Okay, I'm back here at this point. I have 2 keys. So let's think about this. All right, so let's say I want to get rid of this one. I have the block maybe right here. Get rid of this one. He goes in here, bounces back. I push the block down. He bounces up. I push the block up. I get him cycling here. Why did I want that again? I don't know. Hold on. I want to get this block pushed down so I can think. All right. So if I open this block, what it means is I get 3 blocks available to me. How do I get a block up here? Let's say I'll have 4 blocks, because the one down there, I'll still be able to use it. I have to figure out this puzzle, basically. Do this puzzle first, but I have to know what I'm doing here first. So I open up this door. Let's just do that. That allows me to get... So what I want to do is push a block up through here and then push it again. So in order to do that, I need 1, 2, 3. I think that's doable, right? I push that one there. I push another one there. Well, it's actually not as doable as I might hope. Okay. Let's say I do... No, that's not what I wanted at all. Like, yeah, that gets a block there. Maybe it's still okay. I have no idea. It's not what I was trying to do. I can walk around it. Okay. That's kind of cool. I mean, I can always cheese it like that. I don't want to cheese it though, guys. Like, I want to figure this out the way it's supposed to be figured out. But that's like done. I did it. I can get to... I can do this now. And I will just have to figure out the other way that it can be done in links afterwards. But I did not mean to push the blocks in that way. It just accidentally happened. So I kind of have to do that now. But I still have... Okay. Let's get another... Because I just pressed the blue button again. I think this is doable. Are there even... Oh, God! Okay, well, now we're going to restart. So I should be able to do it now the way that I want to be able to do it. Okay. I'm going to get 1, 2. I have 2 keys. Let's open this one. Let's get this one where I want it, which I'm not even entirely sure where that is right now. I'm pretty sure I want to open this red door to the left of me. Then I can get the guy cycling here. Of course, I could just push a block here. If I'm going to open this, because I have 2, right? No, I only have 1. Because I just opened this one, right? Okay. Let's get... I still don't think... What was my plan here? Again, that is not what I wanted. I wanted to do this. I mean, this is still, like, I can still do it, but I'm, again, cheesing it in MS. I think it's doable, but I did not want to do that. Okay, so that just got me another red key, so I should really have this now. They take forever now, but I'm not going to die this time. I think if I press it one more time, maybe they actually stop cloning. Okay. So what I'm able to do now is that. Even no. Even this is what I meant. All right, I did that. Okay, they still clone. What do I do now? I have... Oh, I've pressed it 8 times, have I not? Maybe I haven't. There's no more blue buttons to press, though. Let's see, I pressed it 1, 2, 3 times in this room. 1, 2 in this time. That's 5. 6 with the teeth. 7 with this room. Maybe I only did do 7 times. What is the... It says it'll let me out. Maybe I just have to look in here. It just makes me nervous because there are still fireballs cloning. I can't see what I'm supposed to do. There's a tooth down there. What is he even doing? He's on 2 green buttons. Why is that important? Can I actually run down there? I kind of doubt it. But again, I didn't actually solve this the way I wanted to, so I feel kind of okay if I die. Yeah, I don't think... I guess I'm going to try again, but this time count how many times I pressed the blue button. Okay, I'm back at this point, and I've only pressed it 5 times. I figured out, sort of, how to press it 2 more times. So that only adds up to 7. So my question is, even if I do figure this out, how do I push the button an 8th time? This teeth is dead. I've already used him. Was there something else I could have done? If I were to push... I don't have the flippers now, but what if I were to push this block up? It just goes into the water. Push the block into the teleporter, it just goes into the water. What if I push it there? These teeth never get out of the way of that. Let me read the hint again. The teleport in the left room will kill anything that enters. The 8th button press will let you out. Does that mean let me out of the teleport? I assume it meant let me out of this area, which does make sense. Another thing I'm thinking of is if I were to somehow figure out... No, it's got to be impossible, right? Like, you could really cheese this. If you could get this fireball to go in here, he would press the button a whole bunch of times. That can't be it. But it's weird because, you know, I pushed I was able to get all these fireballs to push the blue button. It's not like there is even an option to push any more blue buttons. They've all been pushed. So maybe, is there a blue button I'm missing somehow on the outside again? So I didn't see that one by the teeth at first. Is there some like really sneaky way to push this button twice, basically? Like technically, I pushed the other one up in the other room without having to use this block. So if I actually get rid of this block in a certain way, how would he ever push the button twice though? This is breaking my brain, guys. I love it though. I really like this, but it just made me very annoyed when I did the same thing I was trying not to do twice. That annoys me whenever it's me doing it. Oops, I can't get out of here now. I'll come back whenever I have something here. Okay, I'm back. Full disclosure, it is the next day. I can't even begin to tell you how long I've spent on this level playing off screen. I tried it in links a little bit just to try some stuff out. I found some really cool stuff, but ultimately I just couldn't figure it out. What I did figure out is that, yes, I was only pushing the button 7 times. That's my problem. And it has to be this button that has pushed twice. So I just agonized over so many different iterations. What I did seemed to make sense, but it only pushed the button once. So I tried to... What I noticed was that I was left with a block here in this setup. So I was like, okay, wait, what if I, on this side, tried not to blow up this bomb, but I used a red key to push the block up here to... That's how I get to this button. Well, as it turns out, that doesn't work, because if you wait till you get the red key, you can never release this guy, which you need to do in order to do the method that I was doing, which was to put a block here and have a glider bounce down. I was able to get one to work, but I was not able to get 2 buttons on that side. So I had to ask my friend Jeremy for help. And he did help me. He had a solution to this level. Unfortunately, it was not something I could use because I just couldn't complete his solution. It involved crazy collisions that you could not reasonably pull off in Tile World. You pretty much have to be using Suck or Super CC. But he did show me one thing. So I'm going to start over here. Start from the very beginning, because I'm pretty sure, as you can see, I have not beaten this. I do not have a time on it, because I have not actually beaten the level, but I'm pretty sure I know how to now. So let's start by getting the first red key, which you've seen me do a lot of times. And I might start with the right side, because this was the thing that Jeremy showed me that I didn't know. I didn't know this is what you do. So first of all, I'm going to do this one because it's easy. You push that there. That gets me yet another red. Gotta be careful. Jeez. I do gotta say, I really love this level. I love how it's designed, and I love the solution, which is a relief, because even though I couldn't figure it out, it didn't frustrate me. It was just like, I was just so curious at the end. It was like, how is this done? I felt like I agonized over everything. So anyways, this was part of my own solution. I figured this much out. But yeah, Jeremy was able to show me something I did not think of. And I will get to that here momentarily. So I got another red key. Okay, here it is. And this is, again, he had a slightly different way of doing it. It involved collisions, but my solution requires no real collisions. Okay, so I'm going to put the block here. And now he's hitting that, which we know lets go of the fireball. But that also enables me to do that, which I previously was doing over here. But that just was like, that just showed me like, okay, maybe I'm completely wrong in like the way I even approach this button. But I'll get to that later because Jeremy helped me out with that. So right now I don't have a red key, but I can get one. I can get one. Because I just went up there, the teeth pressed the blue button, so now I'm able to get this. Okay. There are multiple ways to do this side. My solution I kind of like because it doesn't really require collisions. It does require you to plan ahead, though, and use keys in an interesting way. So I would do this and push it there. Hopefully I don't mess this up. It's not super difficult, but at the same time, if you were to mess it up, you would have to restart. Okay, you just do that, and then you simply do this. And you press it again, and that block is not stuck there because you can now get another red key. So let's go ahead and get that before I potentially mess things up. So at this point, Jeremy's solution on the left side of the level over there require the craziest collision that you've ever seen off screen. I was like, yeah, how do I do this in a video? I could never do it. And it's not something I wanted to practice so that I could do it. But anyways, I had to contact someone else. So I asked JB if he had a solution. Sure enough, he did. He had one that did not require any collisions, and that's what I was looking for. Okay, let me think about this because I actually haven't done this part for a while and I don't want to mess it up. So I think, yeah, you just want to do this, walk on top of here, and then do the same thing. Go on top. This is what I was trying to do before, and I kept accidentally messing it up. And I was able to fix it by ramming the block, which I didn't want to do. I wanted to show that you didn't have to do that. My solution should be doable in links. There we go. That is the 6th time, I believe. Okay. So that leaves 7 and 8, right? They're in this room. This room, I spent so much time in this room off screen, you have no idea. So much time, in fact, that I discovered some things. I went down some rabbit holes that I was like, this room has so much potential. But yet there was always something not wrong that I was doing. Well, yes, something wrong I was doing, but there was always something preventing me from being able to do it the way I was trying to do it and get like either 2 gliders go down here or 2 fireballs or a glider and a fireball. The solution, thankfully, is way simpler than what I was trying to do. It's just not something I thought of. So I'm going to do it my way because this is a cool little thing that I found that I really like. It's not important to do it this way. So before, what I was doing was I was getting both gliders to go up there by pushing the block here. That will work. You can totally do that. I'm going to show you something that I found that I think is pretty sick. So you get them close together, and if you push it in between them, this should work. you can separate them pretty easily like that. Now, like I said, you don't have to do it that way. But what I'm going to do is let the other one go. He's going to bounce off the block and bounce down and destroy the bomb. That seems like it's wrong, but it's actually what you want to do. I'm actually pretty nervous right now because I'm like on the verge of forgetting what the right thing to do is, and I really don't want to mess this up. So I think at this point, I think I can press the button because I want this bomb destroyed, which will happen, and then I can save the glider by pushing this block up, and he'll go back into the trap. Okay? You with me so far? Let's do it. That guy pushes the button and blows up the bomb. Then you do that. All right, now he's facing down, which is what I want. This guy here, I take the block. First of all, now that the bomb's gone, this is another thing that was so annoying was I figured out easily how to use the fireball, but I couldn't get out of here. JB had a pretty elegant solution too, where you could just set up the block, run over here, and place the block in time, which for some reason I never thought of, but this also works. There's no timing required because the bomb's gone. You place the block here, open the door, push it right. What he does is he circles around, goes up there, pushes the button. That's the first time. You still need it one more time. How in the world do you get this glider to hit the button one more time and he's the last monster that you have in here? That's what I had no idea how to do, and I shamelessly asked JB because I completely could not think of it. I'm not sure I ever would have, even though it's not like it's the most harebrained solution. It's pretty elegant, pretty simple. But yeah, if I let him go, he will actually cycle and not die, which I knew about, but I didn't know what to do about him anymore. Because you can send him back up, but you only have one shot to do that again. But here is what you do. So first of all, I can get him to cycle around this way by doing this and doing that. Okay, he's not going to die. And you need to do this now because I'm about to lose the flippers. So I'm going to maneuver the block and push it here. And then you do this. That's the part that I would not have figured out. I need to now go get the red key. And I hope I don't run out of time because I've just been spending so much time on this. The blue button was pushed way earlier, so I should have enough to go and get the final red key. Still not enough time. As you saw before, I've only pushed it 7 times, so I can't actually make it down there and survive. But maybe you can see now what I'm going to do. Whenever I saw this formation and JB's solution, I was like, okay, I can figure out the rest by now. He goes up there and goes and pushes the button the 8th or the eggeth time. All right, I'm assuming they don't clone anymore. Or maybe they do clone and I can make it down there, so I'm going to wait. Oh, they still do clone. I've never gotten this far. Okay. I hope that it doesn't matter what side I go. Oh, fire boots. Oh, sick. I've got 50 seconds left. Okay. That's where the teeth was. Okay. More fire boots. That's the cloner. Does he... Oh. Wow. I'm applauding. That was so cool. It's not one of my favorite levels ever, probably, but it is such a cool puzzle that it defeated me, but not in a way that like Warmonger or Passage of Time. Like I was just getting really frustrated. The only times I got frustrated on this one when I was mad at myself for doing something wrong. I always really liked the puzzle here. And I don't think it's CCLP friendly, but I also felt that way about Lounge Act in the past, and then I changed my mind on it. So who knows? But I think this level's probably not going to be everyone's cup of tea. So I like it for what it is. But yeah, crazy level. This is my longest video ever, I'm sure. Lumberyard is next. Look forward to that, but I am done for now. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.